What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I'm excited to kick off 2024 by showing you my living room, so I'm gonna just jump right into it. I'm gonna start off with this side. As you can see, I got my softbox going right there, and it is kind of dark out, so I got these cranked up to the max. I got this one, and then I got that one over there. I actually got these as a two-piece on Amazon for about 80 bucks. You know, they do the job. I'm not complaining about it, you know, but this is my new setup over here. So this setup, I'm basically, you know, reviewing products and game consoles right here. So that's what I plan to do with this. So this here used to be a mic stand that I used to use for music, and I wasn't using it that often, so I decided instead of buying a whole new stand and shit, I was just gonna use it for this. But in order to get this working, I had to get an adapter that this screws onto, and then it, you know, does the magic. And then this table I'm now using for this, and I used to use this for my computer, but I got a whole new thing going on over there. So, you know, I got the LED lights going on and shit, you know, so we popping over there. But you know, it's not really nothing fancy. It's one of them cheap outside Walmart tables for like 35, 40 bucks. But you know, them motherfuckers hard to clean, so I ended up throwing on a tablecloth, which was like 10 bucks. Does the job, you know, I ain't really complaining. And then moving along over here, again, got the softbox chilling over there. I'm using it as like a lamp right now, since I don't really got no other uses for it. So, got the Xfinity box. I'll probably have to take that shit back because it was acting kind of funky yesterday, so I was forced to use my phone. I need a new TV stand too, because this TV is pretty heavy, and I'm going to show y'all. So yeah, that shit's coming apart right there. And then I recently picked up this capture card. This is the XR1 Lite. I just got through playing Super Mario RPG, so that's how I recorded my gameplay footage. And then I have like a really long USB cable that runs from here to the computer, but I gotta put away right now. But cool thing is, I got two cabinets. So one here is my Switch, and then the other one here, just a couple game controllers. I got the GameCube controller, which I got too lazy to put away. I was playing One Piece on the GameCube a couple months ago. I was playing a Grand Adventure. I'll show you that in a minute. But I recently went through this and organized everything out as best as I could. I don't really have a lot of stuff, but this right here is all Sega. So the Genesis Mini I got at 60 bucks. I got for 60 bucks at Walmart. But you know, these things are going crazy with prices now. But it's been a long time since I looked anyway. But so the Genesis collection. These two I've actually had since childhood. One of them is Power Rangers, the other is Royal Rumble. They're in pretty rotten shape, but they still work. And this Genesis also I had since childhood too. Still runs like a champ. And then that's a Master System and Game Gear. I actually have two Game Gears, and both of those fuckers don't work. And you know, that's the unfortunate part about bad capacitors is, you know, you don't get any sound, you don't get good display, you know, but it's all good. At least I have that there for display. So got the Saturn and Dreamcast down there chilling, and then I got this Sega Pico chilling too. And you guys haven't heard about this. This is basically like a Leapfrog, if you ever heard of it. It's kind of like that. That's pretty cool. The only thing is with the pen, you kind of have to push down really hard in order to get it to really do anything. But I only have two games for it also, and that's why I haven't done a video on it yet. But I will soon though. Up here is Nintendo stuff. This I got as a child too. I got this back in Christmas of 2012, and that thing still works. I actually used the Wii U to do the Alvin and the Chipmunks episode because that has HDMI versus this that doesn't. So I do plan on growing this out a lot more too. Like I said, I recently picked up Super Mario RPG. I do want to get a couple more games for it. I was looking into some games about a couple weeks ago. And I got two wire controllers, brand spanking new, ain't never been opened. You know, it's funny because I picked up Super Smash Brothers, I think, sometime last year. Still wrapped, ain't never been opened. Now what's funny too is I got these LED lights that are under here, and when I cleaned all this out, I try to take these out, but this must be some real strong adhesive because I cannot get it out. I can probably spray some WD-40 or some shit to loosen it up. I don't feel like doing that. So that's why you see these two there, and then I don't have one over there. So that's all combined with shit. Again, I don't really have a lot of stuff, but this is the one game that I was playing for the GameCube a couple months ago. This was the game of my childhood. Let me tell you, it is not easy, but you know, you get through it. So that's NES, Super Nintendo, and N64 combined. This I actually got at the Midwest Gaming Convention last year. This one actually bought off of John Riggs. I sent this to showed this to one of my homies. They thought it was pretty funny. And then I got this. This is technically a repro of a Hong Kong 97. You might have seen that on the Elmo and Grouchland video I did. So, and then you got the NES, the Famicom, and the Super Nintendo chilling. And then we got the DS portables in the back. So N64 there chilling. The only thing is the Game Boy Color is missing this back plate, but we're gonna rectify that. And you might see some breaking up in between too just now, just because there's not really a whole lot of light going on. Like I said, I got those fuckers cranked up to the max. So the PS2 Slim up there, that was actually part of my childhood too. If you guys have ever heard of Circuit City, that's where I bought it from. I got it for around 150 bucks. So probably around 2006, 2007. It works, except it's in pretty rough shape. So anytime I want to play the PS2, I normally play it with the PS2 Fat. And the PS3 I ended up restoring from the ground up. I got it for 35 bucks at a thrift store. Had a bad disk drive, and it was super duper dusty. So, and then it is the 80 gig model, but now that has 320 gigs in it. But since this only has 2 USB ports, it is not PS2 compatible, which I was pretty disappointed about. But you know, it runs like a champ now, so I'm not complaining. I don't really do a lot of PlayStation, so that's why PS4 game collection is pretty lame. But you know, I still got the box though, you know. So that's the rest of the PlayStation stuff, and then most of this PS2 shit is childhood as well. And I do remember these GameStop cases. I hated these cases. You know what? I even hated these cases as a kid because I always liked these real cases, you know, because they look a lot better on the shelves. But I guess, you know, I was at a time where people would just buy games and didn't give a shit about them. They would just trade them in for like a PS3 or some shit like that. So that's the OG Xbox 360 collection is lacking too. I know. Most of the OG Xbox stuff I actually got at Goodwill for about 40 bucks. So I picked all that shit up at once. Most of it. The only thing I would say is Title Legends. And I think Sonic Heroes, which I ended up picking up separately at different thrift stores. And then this one here is one of my favorite games of all time. This is Juiced for the Xbox. That's my favorite racing game of all time. I am definitely going to do a video on it one day. I promise y'all that. Then down here I got the Xbox consoles chilling. The 360, this is the original box I had as a kid. I got that back in 2010. The only thing I am missing is Halo 3, which I gave to a friend a long time ago. And then this here is a cheap book I got at a 3rd grade book fair. So that's been with me since. And then I also did a major overhaul of the closet too. So I'll just put some random shit up there. I got my old laptops up there and a couple board games and whatnot. So, and then down there is the PowerMag G5. I'm gonna do a video on that too eventually. Then I got all the wires for all the game consoles in there. I got more game consoles on top and just random shit elsewhere. And then on this side, I have all the game controls organized from like Sega, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. I mean, you pretty much get the picture. This is just random shit in these drawers. I'm pretty sure half of it is empty. And then this is second gen stuff. So this is a Commodore and Atari all mixed up. So that's the C64 I got at VCF last year. And then these books down here are for basic. So I got a couple of these. And then this is the computer setup. So I gotta say, I'm really loving the desk. What I like about the desk is how I can put my monitors on the side. So I got room for that. I didn't think I was gonna have room for it, but I did. I made it work, so you know. I had to get a stand for the mic 2s. I have a stand for it, but I'm definitely putting this to use a lot more now. But yeah, I got this from Amazon for I think $20. It does the job. Actually, it's a really good stand. It's got some nice weight to it too. Oh shit, I feel heavy. But I like how you get the little thing for the headphones and the cup holder for the drinks. Because the only thing I don't like is how it picks up fingerprints and shit. But this is the main highlight right here. This LED light. Look at that shit. So check this out. I can change the lights. I have different modes. Well, that's the dope part about it. But yeah, then this again is just random shit too. And then as far as the PC, just gotta get a USB hub for it, and I probably gotta get a Wi-Fi adapter too, because that one's starting to act all funky. But yeah, that's pretty much the tour. So I mean, overall it's a pretty small space, but you know, I try to make the best of it. I do plan on growing this out a lot more for this year, and definitely I plan on, you know, producing some more videos, especially this month too. I got a couple planned out, just in the process of editing and then, you know, getting it out. But yeah, you know, I wanted to show this during the day too, but you know, I've been working a lot, so you know, that's been kind of getting in the way. But you know, this is pretty much where I am for most of the time. So, but yeah, that about wraps it up. And I want to thank y'all for watching, and I hope I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.